Now, the good, the bad, and the gossip with Johnjay and Rich.
All right, let's do some GBG, everything entertainment, Kyle.
Okay, so Katy Perry, we know that her and John Mayer are donezo, but she's out and about promoting her tour in Australia. She was on this morning show, and they had fans come in and ask her questions. And there was one question that got a little uncomfortable, but Katy Perry was somewhat diplomatic about her answer.
We were just wondering if you have a boyfriend.
If I have a boyfriend, all of my fans are my boyfriends.
Right. Well, we know John Mayer isn't her boyfriend anymore, so maybe he's not a fan of hers. But it turns out she's definitely not a fan of his right now. We're getting some juicy details as to why they really broke up. There was one report that said she found text messages on his phone, and that may be true. It may just be part of the story, though. From what I hear, John Mayer was cheating on Katy Perry with 24-year-old Soul Cycle instructor Lauren McHale.
Like a spinning instructor?
Yeah. They met at a bar in L.A. last year. He went back to her house for a party after having a couple of drinks. They kissed. From what I hear, it was somewhat innocent. They didn't sleep together, but that was enough for Katy. She's like, you know what? I'm out. You know what?
Soul Cycle, by the way, it's like the new thing in LA. My sister does it all the time.
Oh, really?
It's like some sort of yoga and cycling in the dark.
There's a couple of them around these parts.
There's none here.
Now, there is...
There's none. She's tried to tell me to go. She said, look it up. She was going to be the new big thing. She said...
There's like a rip-off version of it down by you off...
There's not. That's not it. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about that fitness, that Madison something.
It has a...
No,
it's not the same thing?
No.
All right, go ahead, Kyle.
Okay. There are also reports that are saying John Mayer actually got sick of Katy Perry, was bored with her, and so he's like totally not heartbroken at all. He's like, all right, whatever, see you later. And didn't like the fact that she was constantly wearing rings on her left ring finger to create relationship buzz about, taking things to the next level. So who knows what to believe. We do know one relationship in Hollywood is, it's doing at least well enough that they're going through with the wedding. Kim Ye has set a wedding date. They will get married May 24th in Paris. Now, here's something interesting about the date that they picked. I'm not an astronomer or anything like that, but apparently astronomers predict that this is the same day that a comet's going to burst through the Earth's atmosphere and create this brilliant meteor shower with huge lights in the sky and whatnot. So I don't know if Kanye knows about that sort of thing or if that's just a mere coincidence that it's going to happen that night. But he's all about creating big, huge moments like when he proposed to Kim. So that very well could be. I mean, he could have everything timed out perfectly to when the astronomers predict it's going to actually go. But, we never know if it will actually happen. But from what I hear, it's that drive for him to make big moments that's kind of causing a little bit of tension. Nothing too serious between Kim and Kanye, but he's keeping a lot of things secret because he wants to surprise her with different things and big moments at the wedding. And so there's a lot of stuff that's happening at her own wedding that she has no idea about. In fact, he's going as far as planning what she's wearing. She'll have one dress change, one of which I know will be a dress that's very tight that hugs her curves because he loves that booty.
Well, it is her third wedding.
So
maybe it's like,
I don't really care.
It's his first
I
wedding.
have a dress already. I got several dresses
whatever
already.
you want, Kanye. I've done this before.
Now, while her last wedding was very recent, they had 500 guests. She says this time around it's going to be very different.
I think it's really easy. We're having a super, just small, intimate, as we're going along, we're realizing that we just want it to be smaller and intimate, I think, probably than people are imagining and thinking.
So there you go. It's going to be a little bit smaller, a little more intimate, and don't expect an invite. But
BYOB.
we will be able to see it on the show. Supposedly it will air sometime this fall on Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
BYOB weddings are fun.
He'll be there.
I had BOB will be there. I had just wine and beer at my wedding, and my relatives are like, "That's not hard enough liquor. We'll go after your wedding. We'll go out and get you some."
Trust me, Kim Ye's wedding will not be BYOB. Okay, it's going to be very lavish. Her sisters, Chloe and Courtney, have had some very big things happening in their homes. They've both been robbed. There's details on our website right now, johnjrich.com, keyword GBG.